Is your kindness based out of fear or love?
This is such a good question, and one that can be really hard to see in yourself, especially if you're someone who's used to relinquishing your own time and energy, prioritizing somebody else's comfort over your own. There's so many subtle and insidious ways that we can show kindness, but not understand the energy that is actually behind it. This is something that I dealt with too, not realizing that there were so many things I was doing over, accommodating people and going above and beyond for people, but not realizing it was more based out of fear. I was fearful of losing connection. If I said no, I was worried about some relational tension, or maybe that person thinking differently about me or perceiving me to not be a helpful person or someone who's always there. And changing the role that I got used to playing in dynamics. And it really was so eye-opening for me to realize that there were so many things I was doing that were fear-driven versus love-driven. And a big way you can differentiate that, whether you're running out of fear or love, is to feel in your body. Do you feel this tension that you feel like you have to say yes? Noticing, do you feel like you're obligated? Are you more worried about the repercussions if you don't do what you think you should do? And love driven kindness is more about something you want to do. You're pulled in that direction. You feel good. You feel expansive. You feel open to that. And it's more of that voluntary, conscious awareness of this is something I choose to do. What's your experience with that, Andre?
Kelly, you've summed it up in such a eloquent and professional way. I'm looking for words. I did hear people pleasing behind your words, which is certainly not the energy, if you're listening to us, that you want to operate from. Because, yeah, as Kelly said, what you really want to do is come back to yourself and check in with how you feel at certain situations, and normally they are recurring, to see how you are in this relationship. Because certainly you want to feel good about yourself, you want to feel authentic, which means you're not feeling forced to do things, you do it out of contribution and love. So this relationship is flowing, and I think that's where you want to be. And you might want to do an audit on all of the relationships that you have now with friends or maybe with family, to really look at, is this serving me? Am I giving too much? I have a rule, for example, and this might help you. My availability for, hey, come and help me type of requests, I have a limit of 1.5 hours. Oh, so when I'm at the nicest, then my answer will be, hey, probably I can come around at that time when I it fits into my calendar, and it's 90 minutes, no more, because I have family, kids, and all the other commitments. So I cannot give away a full day unless, mom's house is burning or something like that. Any last words, Kelly?
Yeah, I think you brought up such a good point. Just that audit, looking at your own life, asking yourself where this is showing up, and really having compassion when you do that. Because sometimes you can shame yourself of like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this, or I've been living out of fear and making these decisions that are very self-sacrificial. But if you can approach that with kindness and compassion for yourself, and recognize that this is really just a survival technique rather than you consciously choosing it, then you can start to move forward.
Fantastic. So let us know what decisions you made under this video in the comments, and we're interested how you are tackling your challenges around relationships. See you soon.